Hey, welcome back to our Fatz Chats Podcast. We are here with Kaitlin and Tash again. Hey, how are we doing, guys?
Good, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks.
If we go around and just introduce yourself, who you are, what you do.
Okay. So I'm Kaitlin. What do I do? I stay sober. That is what I do. That is a full-time job.
That's the most important thing, babe.
I look after my children and I study and I look after my house.
Very progressive.
Yeah.
It's me, Tash again. Fourth time, most featured guest. I feel so lucky. So when people say to me, what is it that you do? I'm like, oh my God, I wear so many bloody hats. So I have a, sober, number one. I've got my podcast that I do now, the Clear Head Club. I've got the meal prep business. I'm a mum of two. I'm doing the recovery coaching with clients. I'm writing a book, and then I wonder why I'm overwhelmed all the time.
It's understandable. Things in many pies.
It's non-stop, yeah. But then I'd complain if I didn't do it, that I was bored. I'd get myself into trouble. So, yeah, it's important.
Addicts need to be busy, don't we?
Yeah, definitely.
So what made you start your sober journey and your kind of online influence and helping people?
Which bit do you want me to answer first? That was 2 questions there, man.
Okay, what started your sober journey? What was your kind of low point then?
Okay, so my low point. This is always like a funny question, I think, because there were just so many low points for me. It wasn't one low point that brought me in. I think they all added up, and I was brought to my knees, and I was at a point where it was like, right, you're either going to die or you're going to get sober, and you've got. For once, I felt like I had the power to make that choice. Whereas for so many years, for 20 years before that, there was no choice if I used drink or drugs or not.
Yeah.
That choice felt like it was always taken away from me.
Why is that?
Because I'm an addict. Because once I put one in me, I can't stop. And, a lot of addiction is born from that hole in your soul, that dark heart feeling of never being happy, never being enough, just very sort of overall poor mental health. And you need something to change the way that you feel.
Yeah.
And once you find something that does that for you, it's like, oh, I need a bit more. And I like that. And your baseline changes. So you need more and more and more of it. Before you know it, it's too late. You're sucked in and you can't stop what you're doing. And for me, I got to a point where I had thought about harder drugs than what I was doing. I knew that I couldn't believe my own bullshit anymore.
Yeah.
The amount of times the amount of nights or mornings, should I say, that I laid there praying, please God, please keep me alive. I promise I won't do this again. I promise. And if you lie detector tested me, I would have passed that lie detector test. I really, really meant that I was never going to do it again. I'd get up the next day and it's like that mental blank spot hits you and it's like, it wasn't that bad.
I was talking on another podcast with a couple of lads and they were saying the same thing, but it was gambling. He'd be crying in the car on the way home to the family, can't believe he spent all his wages, he's beside himself, he does it again and again. Next day it's like, it weren't too bad, I'll get paid at the end of the week, and you give yourself an excuse to then access what you want to access again.
Oh, you can always find an excuse, can't you?
Yeah, and I think you get used to like the consequences, don't you?
Yeah, they become normal.
They become normal. Until the consequences get so bad in the end, if you don't change, that it forces you into changing and stopping what you're doing.
Yeah. Like I said, for me, it was definitely like I was going to die. I was very, really, really unwell. Would have lost everything. And I don't know about you, but I used to be really, really scared that my kids would find me dead. I used to be like, what if I die and they find out that's why?
Yeah.
Drugs. It didn't stop me.
Yeah.
It did not stop me. I would love to say that it did.
But even with that fear, you still powered through to take again.
Yeah.
You risk it. Yeah.
That's scary that you risk so much.
And your head lies to you. So, even though your experience shows you where it's going to take you and what's going to happen, you do it again.
Yeah.
you don't know what else to do, because sitting in your own skin and feeling the feelings of normal everyday life are unbearable.
Yeah.
And so just one.
But then that one just leads to many.
So many.
So you're at a point now that you wouldn't even touch one because you know it'd lead.
I can't touch one.
That's what you were saying last time, wasn't it? Wouldn't even bother,
It would never, ever be one. It would never be one.
No.
That's good. That's good so you can get to that strength.
It was always been that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's never been just one.
No, although having said that, there's probably was the odd occasion
That you
once
really
or
hung on
twice.
to. Remember that time?
Yeah, but you can remember it, and that's not normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that I can remember that one time I
Yeah.
had one glass of wine and went
Probably
home.
not an addict then, because once
Yeah.
I had one glass of wine.
Yeah, exactly that.
I used to be blackout drunk, so you just wake up random places and you're like, what the fuck happened? But then when you're drinking, you're like, right, you give yourself the prep talk. We're getting drunk now. Sober yourself up. Have a quick line. Have a glass of water and sober yourself up. You give that your prep talk, your little pep. And you still wake up somewhere new the next day, but you feel like you can handle it when you're drunk. You feel like if you have another line, it will sober you up enough. And again, you give yourself that excuse. What about people who don't need to worry about the addictions, who do take it and live happily normal, and they don't agree with anything that you've said or done?
Maybe they enjoy it.
Yeah. You know when people say to you, because I know they will, they say it to me, can't you just have one? And they can't get it in their heads. I understand that, because I look at people who can just have one drink as it blows my mind.
Blows my mind.
How the fuck can you just have one drink? I don't get it.
I also don't understand why they would want to.
Yeah, no, what's the point?
What's the point of that?
What is the point? I've watched people nurse a glass of wine and then leave a little, because I used to what's it called? Land or mine. It's called something, guys. It is. I'm not making it up. Mine sweeping.
What's that?
When you go around and drink everyone else's drinks.
Oh.
Yeah, when people, you're like, you're not drinking that, I'll have it. I wouldn't leave. Yeah, wouldn't leave an empty glass on a table. I would drink it all.
You see, I'd be like that with people who left crummies.
Yeah.
They left some crummies.
Crummies.
Yeah. Don't mind me, guys. Oh God, it's rank, isn't it? When you think back to
God, I remember one time these everyone came back to my house, because my house was the kitchen that everyone,
the party
for some
house.
reason,
Yeah.
everyone's come to.
7 a.m. party room in the kitchen.
Yeah, because I loved singing and dancing, so I was like, yeah, everyone come back to mine.
Yeah, don't worry about the noise. We can do. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck the neighbours.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember these people coming back, and they had loads with them, and the next day it was like over the table and it was in the carpet, and I remember picking it out of the carpet and putting it onto the plate, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God.
Winning.
God, I'm the luckiest person alive. Oh, guys, I once was on a train up to, I don't even sit on public toilet seats. I'll squat over them, because I'll be like, oh God, I don't want to touch it. Makes me sick. I'd rather wait till I get home and be in pain. And the worst toilets in the world, aren't they? Train toilets. I was going up to Manchester to visit my cousin.
I know what you're going to say as well.
This is horrific. And it was probably about 9-10 a.m. and I'd already had like a few glasses of Prosecco, and I had some Coke on me. So I'm just going to go to the toilet. Went into the toilet, got my bag out to do a key, dropped it, and the Coke went on the floor. I got on my hands and knees and swept my hands around the toilet floor, around the back of the toilet, the train toilet, to scoop it up and put it back in the bag.
I don't
That's where.
I would have done the same.
I think in that state of mind,
Gross,
there's a few
isn't it?
people, it is, you don't want to lose that, especially if
No.
you're going somewhere and you can't get
you
it that
can't
quick
get
as well.
any
Yeah,
more.
you feel like your whole night is absolutely trashed.
Well, it was 9 a.m, but yeah.
And to be fair,
Jesus Christ! What breakfast?
Honestly,
sometimes I used to
rank.
wake up and do it, didn't you?
I knew I had an issue when I used to wake up, throw up, and then have a beer, and it was like roughly about 10, 11, and I was waiting for somebody to come to my house, and I'd just been sick, And the first thing I did was go grab some Fosters, which is disgusting anyway, but it's cheap. And then I started thinking to myself, there's got to be an issue if you're waking up being sick, then drinking.
Yeah.
Like you're not. There's no food. There was no idea of food. Tea.
It's like when you're in that space, in that mindset, and I suppose depending on who your friends are, who you're hanging around with, that's a bloody good story. Guess what I did today, guys? Yeah, got up and had a beer.
Yeah.
And people will congratulate you and think it's like you're high-fiving.
Yeah.
The wilder you are, the better you are. It becomes who you are.
Well, the stamina was almost like a badge of honour.
Yeah.
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 People would call me a party girl,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm in my mid-30s, I'm being called a party girl, and I'm like, yes, I am.
Yeah, I know. I can
get
drink
drunk.
more than you.
Yeah, and I can definitely sniff more,
What about-
smoke more weed than you.
But
Yeah.
the stories the next day, you get the anxiety, and somebody goes, "Oh, Fatz, I can't remember you did this last night. Oh, mate, you had a fight with this person last night," and you're like, "Yeah," and then there's a bit of, "I shouldn't have done that. That shouldn't have happened. How did that happen? Why did that happen?" But to them, you've got to put on that bravado, be like, "Yeah, I am that guy. Yeah, I am," because you still got to keep that image. Did anybody ever feel that?
I don't think I felt like I had to maintain anything. I always do remember. I remember always saying, "Don't tell me," because I used to be, oh my God, like the shame and embarrassment of the things that I was doing. I mean, some things, I would think was hilarious and probably put them up as like a Facebook status.
Yeah.
But other things I wouldn't even want to hear.
No, I think for me it was more like, how much of my life story did I share with somebody? That was the biggest dread for me. And I actually, sometimes I wish that I did black out and not remember things. That wasn't really ever the case for me. I could always remember everything. Bar 1 or 2 nights that I can remember, I was blackout. But other than that, I remembered, and that was even worse, I'd say, because you'd wake up and you think, oh, fuck, I told them that last night. And
and it was always a stranger as well, or someone you don't know very well.
It was something really deep as well that, like, you don't really share.
Well, I used to lie. I did bullshit and lie, and then I think, why the fuck did I say that?
Yeah, do you know what? I've got painting up in my front room, and I still think of it when I see it. I had people over, and I told all these people that I'd painted it. And every time I look at it, I think, fuck, I told them I painted that.
Oh my God, and they're like, literally, like, I saw that in the range the other day. Like, why?
But oversharing and lying comes hand in hand with addiction and kind of being off your head anyway.
Yeah.
So that's just something that we've got to deal with. There's a lot of people nowadays who lie the opposite side. They'll say they're not addicted. They'll never face it.
Oh, I did that too. I definitely did that too.
Did a lot
It's
of
quite
sober
it's your
lying.
defence, isn't it?
Oh, so sober lying.
So they'll say they're not addicted. So did you ever lie when you were sober? Not just to yourself, but to everybody else.
Probably weren't sober that often.
No, I wasn't ever sober.
That would have been impossible.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
What's
Don't know how to answer it.
what do you mean? No,
But lying about being addicted.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got to hold on to that addiction. Once you tell yourself, for one, and then other people, then you're accountable for the fact that you've said you're an addict. It makes it a lot harder to then go back on your word and start drinking again. It never feels the same again, does it?
Well, I don't know, to be honest. I didn't really fully... I knew I had a problem, but I was one of those people that tells myself, I've just got a bad habit. Oh, it's just a bit of a problem. I'm like, it will sort itself out. I actually thought I'd magically wake up one day and just
calm down.
and just not do it anymore.
Calm down
And I
at
was
40.
like, mate, I'm nearly 40 and I still haven't stopped.
Yeah, getting worse.
Yeah, but it wasn't until I sat in that first meeting and I sat there and was like, hi, I'm Kaitlin. I don't know if I really need to be here. Just come to see what it's about.
Probably not as bad as you lot.
Yeah, definitely not as bad as you lot. And then by the time I left, I was like, hi, I'm Kate. I think I'm an addict. I
Just
need to get
gelled
sponsor
in,
and come back next week. And I did.
So that was the thing that helped you go into those meetings. That was the big
That's
step.
what's helped me get sober, yeah.
So if somebody was watching this or listening now and they're like in denial, they're lying to themselves, how could they change that? Would you say go to that meetings or family members or talk to someone?
I personally wouldn't suggest speaking to family members because they're not going to want to hurt your feelings, or they're going to be too harsh from a point of not having knowledge of understanding addiction and the illness that is behind it. I would advise anyone to go to a meeting and go and find out Go and find out what addiction is. Go and find out what it means. See if you can relate to it. Having said that, if somebody was still in the madness, I don't think I'd give them any advice because they wouldn't listen.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody had said to me, Kate, you've got a problem and you need to go and sort this out, I would have told them to fuck off.
You'd never see them again, would you?
Talk to them again. No, I needed to find out for myself.
Yeah.
I had to get desperate enough to find out for myself. And I don't know many addicts who've ever got sober because somebody told them they had a problem.
Yeah.
You know, I might say, if you ever get to a point where you want to stop but you can't, or you don't understand why you're still using, maybe go and find out about addiction.
Yeah.
That would, but other than that, I wouldn't tell anyone anything if they were in the madness.
A prime example of that is I love books, self-development, and years ago my friend was in the Navy and he was drinking all the time. And I thought it was an issue, he didn't. So at Christmas I bought him an alcoholics book.
Oh.
Yeah. So you've both done the same thing.
Oh my God. That is fucking brilliant.
In my head, I'm like, I can help him because books have helped me. In his head, he was like, what the fuck am I going to do with that? And he said to me, I don't want that. I'm not going to do nothing with it. And I think I found it in his car probably a few months later. I said, what'd you do with it? He goes, I've propped the table up with it. I'm not reading that. But yeah, some people, like you say, you can't help people until they get to a certain stage.
No, but you know what? You might have sown a seed for him, and actually, I think sowing seeds are more powerful than anything else.
Yeah. Dropping a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of seed, a little bit of enlightenment, I think does help
Rather
or
than
save
telling
people.
somebody about themselves, yeah.
So what about if somebody's still making excuses? So if they've watched this and they're like, nah, I'm not an addict. I'm not. I just need it 4 times a week.
Cool. Carry on till it gets that bad then. Honestly, you can't tell somebody, can you?
No.
Like, they've got to work it out for themselves. So
Yeah.
same answer, really.
How would they know they're an addict? What would be like the limits?
I don't think it's about limits or how much you do or how often you do it. It's not about that. It's about why. And when you start, can you stop?
The way
And
it's
if you stop,
making you
can
feel.
stay stopped.
Yeah.
What are the consequences in your life? Even that, though, I think you're so delusional about all of it until you've got a good amount of sobriety behind you. You still believe your own bullshit, don't you, for quite a long time. You know, even now, I'm still having consequences of my using revealed to me as time goes on. And I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, I did do that and I did say that. And I made them feel that way. And, oh, okay. But, you know, that's not something I could see when I was in the madness.
Yeah.
Did you ever Google, am I an alcoholic?
Oh, yeah. No, I Googled what to do if you're taking too much cocaine. And AA came up. I don't know how that works. But, yeah, AA came up.
Yeah.
And I looked at the steps and thought, oh, fuck that, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not that bad. And I think that's like, you know, that's why I like talking out on like social media a lot. It's because I think those people like me who will Google that, because most of us do,
Yeah.
and see AACA, NA, whichever one comes up, and think, fuck that, I'm not as bad as that, I don't need that. Whereas they might hear someone like you and I talking and be able to relate to that.
Yeah.
And then that might sow that seed that then makes them, or like helps them or supports them.
It is daunting, isn't it?
help,
Walking into a room, and you know, most people, what you've seen of AA is like from films, or
Which is just not real, is it?
No.
So
And
it's
so
not like
when,
No.
well, I mean, they're all different, aren't they?
Yeah.
My first, the first meeting that I went to was NA,
Right.
and I walked in, and it was really small. There was only about 4 people there, and then the lady who was taking the meeting gave me a big hug. Well, she actually, bless her, she asked, she was like, are you a hugger? And I was like, yeah, I am. So she gave me a hug, and she was like, here we give hugs, not drugs.
Yeah.
I was like that. Yeah. So, and then I've been in meetings of there's literally been like 50, 60 people. So it's always different.
Yeah, and I think actually like AA, NA, CA, it's all the 12 steps, it's all the same book that you work from, but I think there is a difference between the different fellowships. For me, I don't actually ever say which one I'm in because I don't want to sway anybody, and I'm also not a representative of that fellowship. If I relapse, it's because I'm not working my program. It's not because that fellowship doesn't work.
Yeah, that's nice that you're looking out for the fellowship as well.
But the one that I am in is where I'm supposed to be. That is the one that I feel at home in, for sure. The other two just didn't feel right for me.
There's different energy, isn't there? And just like you said, you will know when you go into something, whether it's for you or not, it's just going to feel right. Because it's not for everybody, is it? It's not like I've heard you say before, and I've said the same. There's not one way to recover. Everyone's recovery is completely different. Yeah. And you know, you don't have to, like you said, it's so nice to speak out for everybody. Everybody in recovery, we've got so much in common, but everyone's story is different. We don't all have to be at the bottom. Not everyone hit rock bottom. A lot of people did. You know, I wish I never had to. I wish I could have got to the point where it was like before I could nip it in the bud before. But that's why it's nice to listen to everyone's different stories. Everyone's going to relate somewhere to someone differently. And if someone listens to what you've said or what I've said and can relate to it and then stop before they hit that rock bottom, like that's...
Do you think you can stop before you hit rock bottom? Well,
I didn't.
Rock bottom is, because I think rock bottom is personal to everybody.
Yeah.
But I think unless the consequences get so dire, so bad and so painful that the only option is to stop, I don't think addicts and alcoholics do. Or maybe they do for a while, but they end up going back.
Yeah. I think before I hit my actual rock bottom, where I scared, like even now when I look back to it, you know, it's 8.5 years ago, and I'll still shudder. So it could keep me up at night. Before that, there were many things that other people probably would have took as a rock bottom that I could have, but I carried on and I carried on and I pushed through until things got worse and worse and worse. So like you said, I think everyone's rock bottom is different. Clearly in my case, no, couldn't stop before I hit rock bottom.
I couldn't.
So I don't know. I mean, there are people who have stopped just because it wasn't benefiting their life in any way, and I think that's brilliant.
Yeah.
But it's not my story.
It's definitely not mine either.
To come back to what you were saying was the experience, and I think that goes across the board with even PTs, people who have got experience in the field, yet people refer to experts as people with certificates. But I really do believe you have to have experience, whether it's drink and drug abuse, whether it's being a PT and being in the fitness industry. If I was out there and I wanted to get mortgage advice, I want to go to somebody who's got a mortgage, who's good with their money, who understands mortgages, who's had the experience. I'm not going to go to somebody who's just come out of uni just because they got a degree. Same with PT, same with drug addiction. You want to go for somebody who's read a book about drug addiction or somebody who's been through drug addiction and got to the other side of it. You want that hands-on experience. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of people put themselves on a pedestal because they've got a certificate, which I don't feel they can give the same advice or guidance because they haven't felt it. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good for everybody to have a place. I mean, you need both.
Yeah.
Not just one or the other.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Because I talk about mental health going through it, but I also did 2 mental health courses just so I could have the educational side behind mental health. I don't think they ever correlated with what I learned or what I went through, but it's nice to have the understanding as well.
I think it enhances everything that you've learned through life when you do have that academic background to it as well. I've been studying counselling recently, and that's really helped change the way that I sponsor other women. It's given me skills on top of that lived experience. When you put them together, I think are much more effective.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was just saying to Tash that I think, you know, if you're an addict and you want help, you need to go to somebody that you can be 100% open and honest with. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. You know, what's that saying? You're as sick as your secrets. Anything that you hold back keeps you ill.
Yeah.
It eats away at you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, fuck, overwhelmed, going to use again.
Yeah.
How would somebody tackle that?
You just got to be 100% honest. Yeah. You just got
that right person.
Yeah.
Vibe with
be
as
honest
well,
with yourself
energy.
as well first, because we tell ourselves a lot of lies to stay stuck where we are. And yeah, going to somebody who you trust and who you can be open and honest with. That's why it is nice to speak to other people. You know, I'm sure that you get lots of messages, and you yourself as well, online, when it's actually easier, I think, for some people when you don't personally know somebody, but somebody's being open and honest about their experience, you can relate to them, so then you can open up a bit more to somebody in that sense. But finding someone that you can you can be honest with, you feel comfortable with, you can trust, and just letting it all out. Don't hold on to what you've been holding on to, and like you said, has been keeping you sick.
It'd be holding on to one of your triggers or causes, because you're holding on to that internal anger that then, as you just said, will make you use again. So reaching out definitely does help. Same with mental health. Reaching out definitely does help, whether it's addiction or mental health. These are things that you need help with. These are things you need support with.
Yeah.
And I don't think it makes you weak to go out there and find support or help or guidance.
No, it's the bravest thing you can do.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't know about you, but the hardest thing I ever did was say, I've got a problem and I need some help.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? Because you hold on to whatever it is that you're holding on to, that you are so scared to let go of and to say to yourself and others. You think it's easier to hold on to that than to actually just let it out.
Definitely. It's so freeing, isn't that?
My God.
Honesty is
it's
freeing.
the easiest thing that you can do. And once it's done, my God, the weight off your shoulders, and then you can start to move forward.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we go through this whole process when we do the steps of doing a personal moral inventory. So you literally write down every people, place and thing that's ever fucked you off. Yeah, I have 50 pages.
Jesus Christ.
And my response kept saying to me, you only need to do the things that you're resentful for now. And I was like, yeah, I am. 50 pages, bless her. And you go through it, and then you do these other columns, and you break it down, and you will figure out, what is it about me that's holding on to all of that stuff? What is it about me that I need to work on, rather than, well, they're an arsehole, or they did this to me. It's like, but what about you? What is it in you that's holding on to that? And you share it with somebody as well. So this is not just everything that other people have done, it's everything you've done too. So all those secrets that you're holding on to, all those things that you've done, where like, oh, I stole £20 off my mum once, and like that kind of shit, and the worst stuff. But letting it out, the thought of it was terrifying, but the freedom
of letting it out. Was it like releasing a built-up tension?
More than that.
More.
Yeah, way more than that. It's almost like, I don't know, it's going to sound a little bit woo-woo, but it was almost like enlightening.
Yeah.
Empowering and enlightening, lightening and enlightening.
It's heavy stuff. It's heavy stuff that you're holding on to.
Especially if you've got to get deep within yourself. Things that you don't face.
I mean, you were saying earlier about you've got to be honest with yourself, but I actually think that's the hardest part, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you don't really understand yourself. When you've been pickling yourself for all those years, you don't know shit.
Yeah.
You don't know what's real from what's wrong, do you?
It's difficult to be self-aware and own what you've done is very hard for a lot of people. That's why a lot of us that's why a lot of us binge TV shows. That's why a lot of us distract ourselves with mundane, silly things that we don't need to do, whether that is addictions or TV or some sort of bad hobby.
So I have to watch that stuff still, do you?
What's that?
Other addictive behaviours.
Oh God, yeah.
My worst one's food.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
Overeating.
Yes.
Once I start, I find it difficult to stop.
Absolutely.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Shopping.
Yeah.
TV.
People, for me, I get very obsessive and addicted to people. Certain people.
Right.
In my relationships with people. Yes, like you said, food.
Or obsession.
No, I'm just obsessed.
Right.
and it's always somebody that's got no interest in me.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. No, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But anybody that actually has genuine feelings for me,
Yeah.
I'm like that. You're a weirdo. Goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah, don't like you very much, but that one that couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I actually think I'm going to marry them.
Yeah. Yeah. One of them.
So that,
Yeah.
like you said, food. Yep, binge eating.
Yeah.
It's like it's that looking for dopamine all
Trying
the
to change the way you
time,
feel
trying to
external, isn't it? Instead
Yeah.
of actually being like, Kate,
just sitting
you need to go and
in
work on
the
your, like, spiritual
I could
well-being.
meditate or I could eat a
Yeah.
packet of biscuits.
Yeah. Are you big on
know what?
meditation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Both big on meditation?
Yeah.
Law of attraction?
Yeah.
Read the book The Power?
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the power of now, and then you
And
got
the power on from the secret.
I
Yeah.
read that one.
Yeah.
Have you guys read The Untethered Soul?
Ooh,
Michael
nice.
Singer.
So
Oh,
good.
have you listened to his
podcasts
podcast?
are amazing.
Incredible.
Oh my God, I love them.
Incredible.
Yeah,
And then every
so
time I
good.
listen to his podcast, I'm like, you're
I'm like,
right. You're right,
wow.
Michael.
Yeah, I know.
Then I stop. Then it's like, stop listening to him. Go back to
I'm gonna have to put it on in the car
I
now.
know.
I
I know.
I feel like I'm missing something.
No, you've got to. It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
listen.
Yeah, Michael Singer.
Is
His
it about
podcast,
addictions?
incredible.
No.
Well,
Yeah, I think there is
Yeah.
an episode. There is a chapter in the book about addiction.
yeah, and I think anyway that it is all it's about. Your thinking, isn't it? It's about your mind, your thinking, how your ego.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
it
still
is
all
very much
intertwined, I
that, like,
think.
spiritual underpinning, though, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, it's just, it really is brilliant. Oh my God, he just breaks down your bullshit in such a fantastic way.
Sometimes you listen to it, you're like,
Fats, get him on the podcast.
A couple of ladies said you're amazing. So is there any knowledge or books or people, obviously Michael, that if somebody was listening or watching and they're going for addiction or feel like they might be addicted, what would they turn to watch online or read?
The thing that helped me the most, the thing that actually I'd say it all started with to get me sober was online accounts. It was Instagram.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Before that, I actually didn't know. I knew addicts, obviously. I didn't know anybody in recovery. And if I did, when I was in my madness, to me, there would have been a weirdo.
absolutely.
So I wouldn't have gone anywhere
Yeah,
near them.
boring.
Anyway, yes. And so it was, I stumbled across, and I don't even know how I did, sober accounts on Instagram. And I never followed them because I didn't want anyone to see that I was following them.
trail, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I would just search them, I'd look at them, and I found so much inspiration in them. And I'd think, oh my God, I just really want to be like this person, but I'd never be able to do it. That will never be me. They couldn't have been as bad as I was.
Oh, yeah, nobody's as
All
bad
of
as we
that.
are, are they?
Yeah. Yeah, if they'd have had my life,
Yeah,
they wouldn't have
yeah,
been able
yeah.
to do it. They'd still be
No wonder
drinking.
I used to drink like it.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it was that was my seed that was
Right.
planted. It was that because for months I used to look at them. I found inspiration, but then when you're having a bitter day, I'd think, "Fuck you."
Fuck that.
Yeah, yeah,
It's really about like takeaways when you get pissed off. You're like, I'm not ordering no more takeaways. I've already done it, and you delete the app. 2
Yeah.
days later, you're like, I get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to delete the numbers. Right, I'm not doing
Dealers'
it anymore.
numbers.
get a
Delete
new
all
number
their
so they
numbers.
can't message you.
Oh no. I mean, like, I used to delete all
Yeah.
their numbers and then so that I wouldn't pick up again. But it's like, mate, I know I've written it down somewhere in the book somewhere, just in case for these like.
Back up.
I know where they live.
I even actually remember at one point getting myself another number so that I could use that number to message them because I thought people were watching my actual phone. So I was like, if I message them from this burner phone, A, it's a burner phone, and like, how cool does that sound? But B, like, it's going to be less traceable.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely was like so paranoid.
Yeah.
That paranoia comes from the drugs.
Oh my God,
Did you used to get that?
I didn't think I was though. I thought I'd got away with it. I was like, I do not get paranoid from drinking drugs, and I definitely don't get drug-induced psychosis. I had both of them all fucking day, every fucking day.
Yeah, because why would you want to admit to anything like that when alcohol and drugs are so great for you?
Yeah, I mean,
Because you needed them
Yeah,
to survive.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever get that morning shame as well? when you'd be like that. Oh my God, look at me begging drug dealers.
No, please, come.
Please.
I'll pay you double.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend is desperate. Please, can you come and
My friend is desperate.
she's
my
leaving in 1
my friend's
hour.
crying.
You need to
Yeah,
get here
she's had a
ASAP.
breakup. Yeah, we really need this. Oh,
And what times were these usually
God.
sent? I can only
All
imagine.
throughout the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, just it
5
actually
o'clock,
really
6 o'clock in the
did.
morning.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's been a few afters that I've been at, and you know, just the birds are cheaping, and the
that
sun
was
is
the
up, and you're
worst.
still here. Somebody around the table. Can anybody get some?
Can anyone get any?
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah, oh my God, when everything's
I'll be like,
running out.
Can they?
Oh,
But at that point, everybody's
God.
sort of going into that zombie mode. Everybody's like, and then as soon as somebody says, "Can anybody get something?" Like, oh, wait a minute.
Just perking up a little bit. Or second wind.
You start
Yeah.
perking up. Like,
Yeah.
And that's a mental way to look at things now. Because if you was in the same room now, you'd just walk out.
I'd be sick.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. Like, I just wouldn't want to be in the same room as like alcohol. I can be in the same room as, but if I walked into a room and there was Coke on the table, no, I'm gone.
Just
Have you been in
straight
a situation like any situations in like that since
No,
you've?
I've been around people who are buzzing.
Yeah.
I've been out clubbing. I've been to raves and people are high. I've been with friends who are high, but not in a like. My favourite was in a kitchen.
You was a sesh lady.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So no, I've not been in a kitchen party situation, and I never want to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
I've watched people do lines and
Yeah,
things.
have you?
Like, yeah. So my friends that I'm still friends with, who, you know, there are a lot of people who recreationally use
Yeah,
drugs.
yeah.
And yeah, I've been there. Not, you know, I've not put myself in a situation where I'm like, I'm going to go to that session because that's going to be fun.
Right,
But
yeah,
I've just been in situations and it's like,
It's come
yeah,
on.
it's
happened.
there, and yeah, and as you know, it's a weird feeling. It's really weird, and it stays with you. Like I've then left, and I almost feel like like I've relapsed in a way, like hungover. You know, that darkness. It comes with you, and then I've got to like shake it off and do something that.
I think it's the energy of it.
It's the
all.
energy, yeah.
Yeah. It sticks to us.
Yeah.
But you both can be happy if it was to happen right now, or you'd be in that situation. You could both easily say, "No, thank you. I'm an addict. No, I've got stress. Easy."
Yeah. I don't want to. I don't actually. I never thought I'd say this, but I actually don't want to feel mash up.
It's fair.
Like I never thought I'd say that because I never wanted to be never wanted to be sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only knew being high because I would wake up in the morning. First thing I'd do would smoke a joint.
Yeah.
I'd get up in the night and smoke a joint. So I was never actually ever.
That's a crazy when it
sober.
comes to cocaine and weed. One's a sedative and one's that.
I know.
Peter. My cousin was bad.
That's like, but that is the addict. You know, we're one or the other, and we're complete. What's the word? Begins with a C. Like opposites. Oh,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. I also can't think of the
Well, yeah.
the word. I know it's
Contradict.
not contradiction. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a complete contradiction.
My
Yeah.
cousin did the same
Yeah.
thing for many years. He's my older cousin. And he would wake up in the morning, wake and bake,
Yeah.
smoke some weed or some spice. He used to like spice when that was around, which was an absolute mess to see him dribbling. Get to about 11, 12, he'd get on the cocaine because he'd be selling it for certain people. And then when it gets to about 11, 12 at night time, he couldn't turn off. So it'd be sleepers that the doctor have given him for all his medication that he needs. So it'd be sleepers in the evening, some more spice, some more weed, and then wake up and repeat it. And you're like,
A dangerous
that-
combination.
Yeah.
Yeah. The uppers and downers.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know how I got through all the uppers and downers. Sometimes I think, fucking hell, I'm really lucky to be alive because I
Yeah.
really did used to play chemist with
Yeah.
myself and Russian roulette with what I was taking. You know, and I would, you know, the day that I found a guy that sold every type of prescription pill I could ask for
Ooh.
was honestly, I thought
You think you've hit
I thought it was one of
jackpot,
the best
don't you?
days of my life.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
I feel like it's a safe way. Because a lot of people see prescription drugs
I
as
don't think
safer
I really
drugs.
cared.
Didn't it?
Oh,
Fair.
I didn't really care.
Yeah.
by
At that
then.
point in life, you probably
I
didn't
just
know.
wanted the feeling that they gave me.
Yeah.
It's just feeling different to your actual, like your baseline, how you're meant to feel. So whatever you take, I'm like it with coffee now. I'm on and off the caffeine.
Right.
Because I can overdo it with that and end up jittery, and it's like I don't even like feeling like that.
Feeling,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I've
But I
noticed
will
that
still
with
do
Diet
it
Cokes.
with coffee to just feel that buzz.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, I made this chai tea a little while ago, and it was so delicious that I drank 4 cups of it. And in the afternoon, I was like shaking. I was my eyes were glazed. I was like, what the fuck's happened to me? I didn't realise it was the caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't realise it was the caffeine.
Nuts,
I hated it. It was horrible.
I used to wake up every morning, do a speed bomb with a black coffee, do dabs of speed throughout the day.
Yeah.
I'd pick a little bit to eat. And then in the evening, literally like a crisp that's a bit dry, I'll have a fag instead, and some Red Bull. And then it would get to the evening, I'd have a couple of crackers, and then get on the wine and the Coke. And now these days I'll have 3 coffees and have a panic attack.
Yeah.
That I've overdone it on the caffeine.
I can't drink Diet Cokes after 2 p.m. anymore. When I go to meetings and I see people have coffees, I'm like, oh my God, how are you going to sleep?
Yeah, I know. That's going to really disrupt their sleep, that is.
Do you reckon that's mindset though? Because, and in my peak, I'd be pre-workout, wash that down with Red Bull whilst taking steroids, go to the gym, 2-hour workout, go MMA, hour workout, come back, feel fine. And then I look at it now and be like, how the fuck did my heart still go? And then the same on a night out, you're like, Jaeger bomb, which is loads of Red Bull, couple of lines, happy days. But nowadays you're looking at the time like, can I have another coffee? I've had one about half an hour ago. Better be careful of the heart. Whereas back then you just smash it all back. Yeah. So how can the body go from so much to now you're so worried? Do you reckon the body could still take it now, or is it just?
If
I had now what I used to drink and take back then, I would be dead.
Yeah,
I would die. I'd 100% overdose and die straight away. But so you build up a tolerance over time. But I think definitely what you said, it is mindset as well. Like back then, and it's not a good thing because my life was going to absolute hell. It was a shit show. But I was no fucks given. I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about what I was doing to myself, to my body. I didn't care about the mounting bills or anything like that. I was like, fuck it. That was my mindset, was fuck it. I'm young, I'm having fun. Who cares? I didn't ask to be here. I'll do what I want.
I'm a free spirit.
Yeah.
I'm a free spirit, coked up free spirit.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense.
No one can tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now sometimes I think I'm like too much on the opposite end of the spectrum where I'm always too conscious or can get too anxious sometimes about things. I'm trying to find like maybe not so much a middle ground over to that side, but I don't want to be completely fuck everything, obviously, but then I don't want to be too rigid with everything as well.
It's that word we all strive for in recovery, isn't it?
Moderation.
Balance.
Yeah.
Balance.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That word's bane of my life.
There's never been any balance or moderation for me with anything.
And I think especially like as addicts, we go from one extreme to the other. So finding that balance is actually really difficult for people like us, and it takes a lot of practice. I mean, I don't know any area of my life. Just being honest, I'm in recovery, I'm sober, that's all brilliant, but I don't know anywhere I've got the right perfect balance.
Yeah. I can't think myself either. No, I'm literally all or nothing. And that's, it is a good thing with, you really throw yourself into what you're doing, what you're passionate about, you get shit done, and you have a lot of drive.
And these are the good things.
That's the good things.
Into, aren't
yeah,
they?
exactly.
You hear it all the time, don't you? Like, I'm grateful that I'm an addict. And I'm grateful that I'm an addict, because if I hadn't have gone through all of that, I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I've had since I got sober. And I don't mean material things. I mean the self-exploration,
everything you've learned,
and the evolving, and how my relationships have changed, how my outlook on life has changed. How much more peace I've got. And then the ability to be able to help other people. If I had if I wasn't an addict, I wouldn't have any of that. I'd probably just be plodding along in my own world.
I think it comes back to not regretting everything that you've been through, because it wouldn't make you the person you are today.
Yeah.
And a lot of us like to say, oh, I regret this, I regret that, I regret doing this. But you wouldn't be here today. And if you didn't regret it, or you didn't learn or change from it, you'd probably still be going through it.
Well, I always say as well, like, if you don't look back and cringe, have you even grown?
Yeah. There's a lot of shit that I look back like,
Oh, fucking hell, that's embarrassing. But then if you didn't, like, you wouldn't have grown since then, would you?
So if you had a message to your older self, what would it be? If you could go back and talk to yourself back then, what would you give yourself a message?
That's a deep question. You could have pre-warned me about that one.
Sorry about that.
I'd to answer first.
I mean, I'd say thank you for everything that you've done, because it wasn't me that got me here, it was her. I'd say, yeah, well done. Obviously, it's like you said, it's difficult because I just know what I was like back then. So if I was still in my addiction, exactly like you said, I wouldn't have listened to, even if it was future me, I'd be like, fuck off, future me.
Yeah.
If I was like, right, Tash, you need to pick yourself up off the bathroom floor. You've done it again. You've had 3 bottles of wine. You've got a problem. Like, yeah, I would. I'd be like, no, fuck off. I wouldn't have listened. And that's why, like, exactly like you said, you have to let people get on with it. Yeah. You have got to let people get on with it. Get to like the end of their tether until they are done with their own shit. And then when someone comes to you and asks for your advice, go for it.
Yeah, I see. Even then, I think I try and share my experience rather than like advise people.
Yeah.
Because for me, it was hearing others' experiences that helped me rather than somebody telling me something.
So you wouldn't be able to relate to somebody who'd just been to uni or college and got a certificate because they don't have the experience.
No, I don't think so. The one thing I think I would say to older me, before me, is that to tell her that she's a lot stronger than she gives herself credit for. And that, you know, that she's worth it, that she is lovable, that people do care about her, and that she has got some good qualities.
Nice. It's a good message.
I think that's what I'd say.
That's a lot of building your old self back up. Probably from stuff that she should have heard but didn't.
Yeah. I mean, I think it comes back to what, doesn't it? It's like, are you born an addict or is it because of trauma? And I think for me, I was born with a predisposition, but there are events in my life that definitely made me feel less than, not worth it, not loved enough, all of those things.
Yeah.
And that sort of definitely had an effect on believing, you know, God, it took me about 10 years to really truly believe that my boyfriend really loved me. And he really did. You know, but it's only with that clear mindset and that self-worth now that I've learned through sobriety and recovery that I can actually be like, oh, do you know what? Yeah, maybe someone does love you. Maybe you are worth it.
Well, with the things you've just said, with the things that you've just said, do you feel like you was not deserving of love back then? Because you just gave yourself some really nice messages to give yourself, and then you just said that your boyfriend didn't love you or may not have loved you. You didn't see it. So it sounds like you just didn't take a lot of love.
Loved me. It's just that I couldn't believe that I was worth loving. I didn't believe that I was worth loving. I thought, well, if they really knew what was going in my head, if they really knew the real me, they wouldn't love me. They wouldn't like me even.
So you didn't like you?
No, I did not like me.
Deep. And now you love you?
I'm learning to.
It's part of the journey.
It's part of the journey, yeah. I respect myself a lot more than I used to, for sure.
For anybody to change, it shows a lot of self-respect, self-love.
Yeah, I mean, I think back then, you know, somebody said to me, do you love yourself? And I thought the answer was no. And then I was like, do you know what I must do if I want to save myself? There must be some love in there for myself if I want to save myself. Yeah.
It's deep.
I didn't understand back then either, loving yourself. I thought that it was like an ego thing. I think the way that I'd been brought up was, if you love yourself, it's a bad thing.
It's like, oh, what, you love yourself?
Yeah.
Rather than actually caring about.
Yeah, whereas
yourself
it's
and what
completely
happens.
different. It's not,
I think we do that a lot in society. We don't show ourselves love because we don't want to be egotistical. We don't want to be big-headed. But the idea that you can put yourself first and say no to people and look after yourself, that's not egotistical. That is self-love. That's okay. It's okay to say, no, fuck you, I'm not coming to that party. It's okay to say, no, I don't want to drink. It's okay to say, I don't want to go on that motive. It's okay to put yourself first above other people because it is ultimately your life. And we get to a point where like, I better please that person. I don't want to be egotistical. I don't want to put myself on a higher pedestal. But sometimes you do have to.
Yeah, and part of the growth within recovery is learning about putting boundaries with people and not people pleasing.
because there was no boundaries.
No.
Was there in
No.
in alcoholism and drug addiction? There are no boundaries.
No, and I think if you'd asked somebody on the outside, do they have boundaries? They might well have said yes, because, I don't know how to explain what I was going to say. But the things that really mattered to me, I let situations happen that I really didn't want to happen.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't say no, because I was scared of the outcomes or scared of what people would think of me, or didn't trust whether or not my opinion was worthy of being spoken.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah, and go against your actual real values. You lose them, or don't even really know where they are or what they are, or even when you do, you go against them all the time. Whether it's because it benefits you in some way with your addiction, so in relationships and stuff like that. But I think that's another thing, like with the self-love, it's like your boundaries, your values and things. Yeah, like you said, that's something that you're constantly learning about yourself or revising or realising.
Yeah.
Come back to what I was just saying. I don't think people understand the psychological and physical aspects to drinking drugs. We just think it's emotional roller coasters, which is a bit fucked up in life. But like you said, it ruins your dopamine levels, your chemicals in your brain cells, your clarity. And I think that sort of studying and kind of pushing that out to people, be like, look, you can't see what you can't see because you're still taking the substances that stop you seeing.
Yeah, and also, there's inflammation. The amount of inflammation in your body from drinking and taking drugs is wild.
Your liver,
your muscles,
cancer,
everything.
it causes.
I'm pretty big on fasting at the moment. It's a new thing that I've just
Can't
started.
do it.
No, we're binge eaters. We've spoken about this.
I'm mad on protein at the moment. I'm like vegan protein all day long.
At least it's vegan. It's non-bloating as well.
I've been getting 120 to 130 grams of protein in a day.
What, powder?
As a vegan, only one scoop of powder a day.
Yeah.
But I eat shitloads of other stuff. But that's my new food thing. It's like, right, just eat loads and loads of protein.
Yeah, for the next 3 months till the next one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I binge, it's too late. Like if I was to leave here tonight, I'm currently on a fast today. So 11 o'clock today, I need to eat tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. But I did say to the missus before I left, I was like, I could smash some food tonight. She was like, I'm not really hungry. In my head, I'm waiting for her to say, I could. I'm like, great, I'll just break the fast. I'll look after you.
I go and eat that.
Yes.
And then I would go pick up, the Doritos, the cheese, have the nachos, the cheesy nachos, pop of those donuts. But again, with the inflammation, and it's not just filling up our gut, then our body starts reacting in a negative way, whether it's a substance or food. We start getting that. So I started looking at the fasting and what it does for your brains and the stem cells. And I did my first fast, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and I couldn't believe it. It was mind blowing. I was like, nah, there's no way not eating is going to make any difference. The first part's hard. Don't get me wrong, I'm fucking starving. But after about 12 hours... Yeah,
it's weird. It goes away, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you're
hunger.
I feel more awake, I feel more bubbly, I feel, I'm okay. And then, I want to try and push it to the 48 hour.
I've done a 48 hour. Yeah. Yeah, I've done it. It was fine because I got my head around it. Right, this is what I'm going to do. Like you said, there was about when it got to about 12 hours, I was starving. I went to bed, and then the hunger goes.
Yeah.
And it was fine, and I had a lot of energy. I went to the gym, I did yoga, and stuff like that. But then on the other hand, sometimes I can't even go an hour because I'm like, I've got to feel like I'm going to pass out.
Yeah, no, that's really good. Like,
I did attempt one last week, but I had a lot of work on.
Yeah.
Was it last week? Yeah, last week I had a lot of work on, and I was like, I'll fast. And then I was in between clients, and I was like, no, fuck this, I'm eating. I can't be working this much and not eat.
Yeah.
I'm focusing on not eating and my hunger, and then I've got to work, and I'm like, do you know what, just eat for now. And in between I went and got a meal deal, and I was like, you've let yourself down, fatty.
Yeah, no,
That self-talk.
no. I was trying to do a 24-hour fast recently, and then I was obviously spent most of that time Googling fasting.
Yes.
And then and I got to about 20 hours, and I found something that said that actually all those studies are done on men and women shouldn't actually
because of
fast.
our
And I was like,
hormones.
right. So I broke it, and then I was like, oh, fuck's sake, I only had 4 more hours to go, and I could have said, I've done 24 hours now.
I'm sure there's like a fallacy or something that we look for something that confirms what we want to think.
100%.
Yeah.
So if we was Googling, how we can break fast. If I went on Google now and it said, if you fast twice in a month, it's no good, you can guarantee I'm ordering a takeaway tonight.
Yeah.
I'm breaking that fast because something on Google told me it's fine. And we look for that excuse. And I think, again, it comes back to substance abuse or whatever. We can find something that confirms what we want to hear.
Yeah.
We'll go for that.
We're all very much, we're all into the fads as well, let's be honest, aren't we? So, but we could, but you can find anything that you want to confirm. What you want to hear. Like some things will say, like you said, not good for women to fast. Other articles will say it's great. Some people will say go keto. Some people will say it's best to be vegan. There are so many different studies from top experts which are contradicting, and that's why as well you have, I think, sometimes just got to go with your instinct in your gut. Really, we know what's best for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to, because you could be vegan and it could be great for you and you'll feel incredible. I could go vegan and feel horrendous and then think that what I'm doing is wrong. But actually, it's just not right for my body.
Have you ever been to kinesiologist?
No, what's that?
Don't,
because I'm going to be obsessed with this now.
I'll explain it afterwards because it's a bit deep.
Yeah.
But basically, like you just said, so carrots might be good for me, but they're not good for your body.
Yeah.
So the kinesiologist would basically test what makes your body strong, what makes it weak, and they can do it with any substance, anything.
Yeah.
I remember taking my weed once to my kinesiologist. I was like, can you test that for me? And she tested it, and it didn't come back as making my body weaker. So I was like, yes, keep smoking that.
Yeah, I'll smoke more.
Oh wow.
Even though I'd gone and I'd been up until 4 doing coke the night before, so no wonder the weed didn't make me weaker. It was probably
that's a crazy way to view it, though. Doing coke the night before, but going to see a specialist to see if the weed's okay.
That
is, and we do that a lot.
Yeah.
It's a madness of just trying to reconfirm what you want to hear.
Yeah.
I've had a good week eating right. I can get right on the cocaine and the binge and the junk food. And
I never got to a week.
Well, if anything, it'll make me fast. That's what it'll be like.
Did you find with taking drugs, so for me, one of the things that made me not want to stop was I was really scared about putting on weight when I stopped taking coke.
Yeah, so my addiction started with slimming pills, ephedrine, which is an amphetamine.
Yeah.
So as well as taking away my appetite, and I was very young, I was about 14, was really skinny, had no boobs, I was at school, and I was taking ephedrine, and so as well as me losing my appetite, it was like being on speed.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that speed?
Yeah. So I was buzzing at school, and I would take these slimming tablets, see the weight loss, which I didn't really need. So I got addicted to the weight loss, addicted to the feeling of the actual drug. Then I moved on to speed. That's why I used to start the day with a speed bomb and take dabs of speed throughout the day, because instead of eating lunch when everyone else was eating, I'd go to the toilet and do a bit of speed and then not eat.
No.
But my weight went up and down because then sometimes because then I would I'd be so lacking in everything, and then you've got that that addictive personality that we've got as well. So then when I opened the floodgates to actually eating, I couldn't stop.
Stop. I know you'd gain weight really quickly, and then I'd be like, oh, don't worry, so I'll go back on the coke tomorrow.
Yeah.
But do you two find, so I haven't seen many pictures of yourself when you going through that, but I see a lot of pictures of yourself that you put up, and the likeness. You both look very young, very youthful, very healthy. And then if you look back at some of your old pictures, if you look back at some of your old pictures, you can see that fluctuation. You was putting on weight, or you was really skinny. You was terrible. Your skin was bad. Like,
Yeah.
you look at that. Would that be an eye opener for people if they were to look at old pictures or?
I don't know, because when I looked at those photos when I was during that time, I thought I looked great. Like, when I was skinny, and when I was like on it all the time, I thought I looked really good.
Yes.
And then when I look back now, I'm like, oh my God, I look really ill.
But I always thought I was the man. So, Atlantis on the pier. Mm-hmm. When I was on God knows how much cocaine and the man, I'd be in the cage with my shirt undone, looking at women like, come on. And in my head,
queuing up
I
for
look
the
great.
cage. Yes.
Yeah, and
it's
then
not dropping.
I've got pictures, and I'll see if I can find some pictures when we finish. They're on my Facebook, and there is some eyeballs like this. I'm wearing somebody else's hat. I've got some
sweaty mess.
Like you look like an ogre, like
Yes.
something out of a Shrek movie.
Yeah,
But then I was trying to goad with him, like, yeah, come with me, I'm so good, jaw swinging like nobody's business.
And be like, oh, they just caught me at a bad moment.
Because I just knew I was a mess. At the time, I thought I was sexy as hell, but I probably couldn't even string a sentence together.
Yeah.
But looking back at it, I'm like, how did I even think that I was attractive to anybody?
Yeah. Well, it does. It makes you completely delusional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
massively.
Yeah.
And, again, if we come back to talking to the old Fats, I'd probably give myself a slap around the face and, mate, look in the mirror. You're a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, shirt undone in that cage. We used to be nearly every weekend.
Yeah.
And looking back at it, the amount of times a bouncer come over, like, put your top on. Like, yeah, you want some of this. And I used to get kicked out a lot.
Yeah, I mean, my worst photos, I would have burnt. I've got so many photos at home with my friends, and then a rip.
Like me too.
And it's like that, okay.
No, me too. I
Yeah.
actually don't have many photos of me towards the end, or when I was really, really on it, because I was so paranoid of somebody finding them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B, that they could see me through the phone. I don't know who they were. But I know that my best friend, she's got loads of all the videos we used to make of ourselves singing and dancing, thinking we were the fucking nuts.
Yes.
Within the last few years, it's worse.
But
Yeah.
God, if anyone saw those.
You can't do anything nowadays without people filming or taking photos. And I'd say back in my prime drinking drug days or messy days, there was less phone use. So we got away with it a little bit.
God, yeah.
We got away with
Yeah.
a lot less being captured.
Yeah.
So I think we were kind of lucky in that way. But nowadays, it's as soon as you're drunk or anybody fucks up, it's straight. And especially when we kick off or we do the worst or we film ourselves. Have you ever filmed yourself when you're really messed up and watched it the next day? I've done that
No.
twice, I think, talking to myself on camera. So just many years ago,
Yeah.
really messed up. And I was like, fucking hell. Just giving myself like some sort of talk, look at the messer you are. And you open it the next day, like, fucking hell, Drunk Fats is a bad guy. And I put it down, delete that, and never see that again.
Towards the end of my drinking, I wasn't going out. I was drinking on my own at home. So I hadn't admitted really that there was a problem, so I would have never have made a video about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, same.
I was trying to maintain that I was having a great time, that I was fine, that everything was okay,
Protecting it
that
at all
I was,
costs, isn't
yeah,
it?
absolutely, yeah. So I wasn't really going out and drink. Didn't give myself any opportunity to be photographed or filmed or anything like that. So. Yeah, no, I don't think I haven't got anything like that. I wish I did. It would be
know, me
great
too, me
to
too.
look back on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've just got my memories from the memories from when I wasn't blacked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, or what people have told me. But I had this. I think my friends might still have the pictures. Actually, I remember them. You know, when you just look dead behind the eyes, there is nothing there. The lights are on. There's no one home.
Definitely.
And it was my birthday. I just recently relapsed. So it must have maybe been my 31st or my 30th birthday. And I'd got everyone round to my house and knocking on the neighbours' doors of the neighbours that I was friends with. Come round. The kids were all there. They were all feral in the back garden. We were in the kitchen, smoking, drinking. And I'd been split up with my my partner for quite a while. We were amicable. There was no feelings there anymore. It was good that we were moving on. And just for a bit of attention and for some drama, because obviously that's what you like when you're in the madness, I rang him up crying, telling him that I needed to see him. I wanted him to come round. I actually think that I'd heard that he'd been seeing someone else or taking someone out on a date. So, yeah. And I'm sitting crying on the kitchen worktop. My friend said, "You're not even crying." And then I started laughing. And
This is not why you're still on the phone to him.
No,
no,
because that wouldn't have tricked him into coming over.
No.
And it was just, but it's like, this is obviously what she's told me. It was just shit like that. And then there's a picture of me as well from that night, slumped in my daughter's toy car with my arms up, like having a great time. Like, put it up. Yeah, look, it's my birthday, everyone. I'm having such a brilliant time.
At any ride on, I was like, yeah, this is fun.
Someone get a picture. Yeah. Let me see it.
Yeah, God, we used to. Oh God, I remember my daughter having a birthday party, and we got this company to bring around an inflatable disco. So before the party, we got it to come early and leave late. Me and my friend are in there having a fucking whale of a time, and then all the kids left, and we were like, all right, let's get in there.
Let's get this party started.
Let's get in there.
Yeah.
It was really fun. We had tunes playing through it. The lot was brilliant. Any excuse for I say party in inverted commas because actually it was
never
a shit
needed
show,
an
wasn't it?
excuse.
Shit show, yeah.
Yeah, never needed an
Embarrassment.
excuse.
Now that you put content out there, do you feel that when people do reach out, that a lot of people feel like you owe them something, that you have to help them, you have to support them, you have to be a certain way, and you're no longer human? So if I was to disagree with someone, they'll say, you can't say that, you're a motivational speaker. I'm like, well, or when somebody reaches out for help, well, you say you helped me, but you didn't do this for me. I feel like people feel like they own you a little bit, or you should be a certain person online. Have you ever felt that? As you were just saying, you were just talking about it.
Yeah, I do get that sometimes. I think it's also a running theme with addicts is that we can be very self-entitled.
Yeah.
And think the world owes us everything.
And revolves around us.
Yeah. But like I was just explaining to you, I put out a post the other day where I said, it's my duty to speak to you about how I recovered so that I don't have to speak to your family about why you didn't make it.
That's deep.
Right? And this guy was like, no, you're like, basically, you're full of shit. I've messaged you. You haven't helped these people that I've messaged you about. And I tried not to get resentful about that, but it did piss me off.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Because I do spend a lot of time sharing my experience to help plant those seeds and to show people that we can and we do recover from addiction. But I'm not a free messaging service.
You got a life to live as well.
I've got my life, I've got my recovery, and I've got my children, and I didn't get sober to spend my life on my phone.
Yeah.
It's so unhealthy. Well, like everything, it's about finding the right balance. You also get a lot of people messaging you who are just not serious, and you can tell that they're not serious by the kind of messages that they're sending. And it's like, how do I decipher which ones I reply to and which ones I don't? So I just try and prioritize messages from women, and all I do is say, this is what worked for me.
Yeah. Not you should do this. It is really difficult, isn't it? Because I've received some really heartbreaking messages, and we are human, and you can empathise with people, and there are people that desperately, desperately want the help, even if they're not ready.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult. You do want to help everybody, which is why you're doing what you're doing. What I do try and do, and what I say to people is, I'll put a Q&A out there. Ask your questions in the Q&A. That way, I'm definitely going to see them. I'll respond to them. I'll share them. Then other people might get help as well. Because you cannot possibly answer everybody's message.
Yeah.
It's not good for you as a person to hold on to and take all of that. You know, we're not trained professionals in a 9-to-5 environment where we're getting help from a manager and things like that. We're just people living our lives. Exactly. So it's really difficult to hold all of that trauma from other people as much as you really want to help them as well.
Yeah.
I love what you just said about doing that like Q&A and then putting it in a section. That's a really great idea. Yeah, I've learned something from today.
And you can do an
That's a really great
anonymous
idea.
Q&A as well. Have you ever seen that one?
I'm not
No.
social media savvy at all. I literally like set mine up when I got sober. I just thought I might be able to help a couple of people,
Well,
and then it's kind of grown a bit, and I'm just still
You'll get around it easy.
still doing me.
It just
I'm
comes
just
with
like,
time.
yeah,
Just
here we
do
are.
you, babe.
It's
Yeah.
me. I'm
That's
like,
what people want,
there's
the real
no
raw you.
frills on
That's
this
it.
like page or anything. It's just
There's never no failures. There's never no losses. Always lessons.
true.
So everything that you feel like you're not good at now, you're gonna be good at soon.
You're gonna learn, yeah.
You'll be fine along the way. But the anonymous Q&A I found really good because obviously people have got that side of hiding.
Yeah.
You're gonna get some stupid ones, obviously, and I think women get even worse stupid ones just from creepy dudes.
Have you?
What messages from people?
Yeah, from guys.
Yeah, I've had,
Not all dudes, but there's a lot of dudes out there who are just
Definitely not all of them.
strange.
Yeah, but I've had some nasty ones from women as well, you know.
Yeah,
It's
me
not just,
too.
yeah, I suppose it's in a different context,
I
isn't
think they've
it?
been
Like,
nastier from women.
Yeah.
rather from men. There've been some
More
like,
creepy for men, I'd say.
inappropriate.
Yeah.
yeah. Do you know what? It's weird. Not even on, that's been in like DMs, but I find it even obviously weirder when people, because I've had some really nasty comments openly on posts, and I think, oh my God, like, why would you show yourself for the cunt you are, like, openly on your open page by writing something so nasty to a complete stranger? But you know, what I try and do is actually completely ignore it, because I do not want to give my precious energy to any negativity like that. So I won't respond to it in any way. I will just delete it from my feed, so I don't need to see it, and just forget that it even exists, because I actually think that it's not about me, it's not about you.
No, of course.
That comes from a place inside of them, which actually you've got to feel sorry for them, haven't you? Like, oh my God, why would
You
a
just pray
happy
they're never in that position themselves.
no,
You know?
when a happy person will do that.
Healing that they need.
Yeah,
I've had it before, and there's many times I'll be like, oh, I'd love to just rip you apart right now, because you know that you've got a better mentality or clarity of what they're saying. They're trying to be hurtful and nasty people. They're you know, spreading something they've heard, or they just want to spread some anger, or they're reflecting or projecting. And you could break it down. You could make them look really stupid. You could have the argument, but that's what they want. They want the drama. They want the argument. They want someone to bite back, even if they're talking the most shit. But again, it comes back to delete, block, ignore, because that's what they want.
I have to say though, I'm not gonna lie. There was one
You've been
comment.
retaliating, babe.
Oh no, I didn't retaliate. I cut out the worst bit that they said and put it on a post of mine. But I didn't post their name, so they've got no recognition for it.
Good of you.
But they called me a degenerative coke slag, and I put that on a picture of me going, how many days sober I am, with my middle finger up, and like, it did really, really well, that post. So I was like, thanks.
Nice one.
Thanks for that comment.
I'm surprised that they used a big word like degenerative.
Yeah.
It's quite a nice big long word.
Yeah, they maybe chat GPT to that. Yeah.
How can I insult somebody who used to be an addict? Oh, degenerative. That's nice.
Yeah.
Creative ways to slag people off.
I thought, look, if I don't put their name in it, then they're not getting any like kudos for it in any way. But I was just like, it makes me laugh.
But it was like what we were saying before, and we were saying just before we started. A lot of people will be angry at you because they see what they would love to change in themselves, and they don't. So instead of taking responsibility for their own actions or inactions, it's easier to get angry at you. So you changed your life and you gave up drink, you gave up drugs. Somebody still likes their 3 glasses of wine in the evening, and they're thinking, fuck you and your soberness. I wish I was sober. Fuck you and your soberness. Because they wish they had that. So it's easier to put other people down or drag other people back.
I think I've definitely noticed there's definitely a couple of people in particular I can think of who are like around me, and they're like, oh my God, you're this. And I'm like, mate, I know what you do.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So yeah, I think you're right. People see things in themselves. It's like when you get sober, it's like holding up a mirror to all your friends, isn't it? And they don't like that.
It's far easier to try and drag somebody down rather than lift yourself up. It takes more to lift yourself out of a bad place rather than drag somebody back to the bad place.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we get that a lot. A lot of the time, for people who don't know us, they've heard shit, or they've got insecurities in their own life. But sometimes we also get that with people who are closest to us. They were like, "Oh, you've changed," rather than say you've.
I really miss you drinking. I get from some people.
You were so fun when you used to drink. It's like, oh, cheers.
Yeah, but that's a kick in
No, it was a dick.
Yeah.
Like, you were laughing at me, not with me.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
the Kaitlin show when I was drinking.
But
Yeah.
I also feel that
And I love
when
it.
they say that,
Yeah.
they don't appreciate or understand that your emotional mindset, your mental health, your physical health. They're like, oh, you were so better when you were drinking, or you was better, more fun back then. But I had to go through the bad shit when the alcohol disappeared, or the party was over, or you went home.
Yeah, when you weren't there.
Yeah.
And then, like, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm drinking with different friends throughout the week. So no one was actually seeing how much I was drinking. Then I was also drinking on my own. But nobody
Please don't let
sees.
those friends meet each other, because then they'll all know.
Yeah.
Like, did you have that? You have like different groups of friends, and then it's like, oh my god.
Oh
if
God,
they
I
ever
hope
mixed-
they don't say
Like,
that. Yeah, that we were together on Tuesday, or
Yeah.
so then you've got that anxiety of But then I was
And
also
different masks as well. For different groups
Yes.
of people.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I ever had a party and all my friends were together, it'd be like, I just wouldn't have known who to be.
random weird group of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, literally.
But there's no turning back. So you're both in a better place now.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's unreal. I'm living a life now, and I am a person as well who I was always meant to be. Like, this is me. This is who I should have always been. I turned into somebody different. Probably the worst version of me. You know, we've all got good and bad in us. Everybody has. And I was the worst version of myself. And I'm living a life now that then I would have thought was absolutely impossible. I would never, ever, ever want to go back to that hell. Never.
Understandable. So just wrapping up, where can people find you?
Okay, darling. My Instagram is at soberhappytash, and I'm the host of the podcast The Clear Head Club, which you can find on Spotify. And I think that's all you need to know, guys.
My Instagram is called soberhappytash. I do have TikTok, but I'm not posting on there at the moment. So yeah, if anyone wants to follow my journey, please come over to Instagram, and soberhappytash. And I am working on a podcast incoming at the moment. So
yes.
I will be posting
That's
about that
exciting.
soon.
Lovely. Thank you very much for coming on, ladies, and sharing.
Oh, thanks so much for having us.
Thanks for having us and giving us the opportunity to meet as well.
Yeah,
Good.
We've been speaking outside of here.
we're online friends.
Yeah.
Ah, first of all, good. I'm glad you have. All right, we're out, guys. Peace.